Every year, we age 1 year older. But what's the real difference if nothing really changes? Growing up truly means needing to face reality the hard way. Like the saying goes, you learn through your mistakes. You learn how to live your life to the fullest until you've fallen and broken down to many little pieces to finally feel free and happy. Why do we have to sacrifice so much just to get such little satisfaction that happens to go by so quickly? That's something I've questioned as I continue to grow older. I am happy to reminisce on old memories because it's easy to forget where we've all come from. This video isn't meant for you to feel bad for me. This is just a journey I've gone through as I now enter a new decade of my life, being my 20s. I now introduce a little documentary I've created to celebrate my birthday. Without further ado, I introduce Here's to Turning 20. Chapter 1. The Good Old Days. Coming from a primarily Catholic Mexican culture, I was baptized when I was little. Who would have known a baptism led to such a big celebration for a new member of the family? Looking back at these photos, it quite literally makes me emotional. I was too young to appreciate all those around me. Everyone was happy. Well, so I thought. Photos could only say so much, but we would capture the moments we wanted to remember most. I have a sort of guilt built up looking back at these photos. I was a kid who made dumb decisions. Little things, such as arguing and fighting with my family members, which is normal for a kid, right? I just feel bad because seeing all those around me makes me wonder, did I ever thank them? Yes, I might have been too young to even talk, but their attendance is appreciated, even if it's many years later that I barely get to say thank you. Almost every kid has been told, don't grow up too fast, enjoy your childhood while you can. Well, don't we all regret not listening? I feel almost nothing at times because adulting really does suck. One thing I am able to note for myself from age 10 and younger was that I was truly happy. I was living the best life a child could have asked for. I think that all to my family. Even though there were a lot of ups and downs, they were the ones I was able to enjoy life the most with. Even though money could be tight at times, my mom always ensured that we got to experience life the way she couldn't as a child. She's mentioned how her parents never threw her a party growing up. So to make up for lost time, she would always combine my brother and I's birthday every single year just to ensure that we were at least celebrated. Don't even get me started on the family vacations, because I truly don't know how my parents pull that off. Because any vacation can be pricey with kids. But having the opportunity to go to Disney World was truly a life changer and an experience. Overall, I'm glad to have outlived the childhood that I did. Even though it wasn't perfect, my parents made it seem and convinced us as their children that it was, which shouldn't be undermined, because it truly was the best childhood. Chapter 2. Middle School. At this point in life, age 11 and up, it's not necessarily that you get thrown into the wild, but departing from grade school is a huge shift of environment for a growing teen. For myself, the next 10 years were in short, a wild experience. Social media had gotten my attention by that age. I was practically consumed into the ideology of being perfect and starting a journey that continues now of always documenting my life. This wasn't such a bad thing looking back, but for the time being, it was a new generation that the world was not ready for. And yes, I'm talking about Gen Z. But rewinding a bit to middle school, I was in every single sport which I enjoyed. It made making friends easier, but I truly wasn't happy playing any of them. That was when I realized I liked dancing, which led to a lot of criticism, being the only boy in the folklorico team. But none of that stopped me from doing what I enjoyed most. It was a sort of self-expression, dancing folklorico, and documenting my life on social media. Chapter 3. Surviving High School. High school then began. The discovery of who I truly was continued. I had also extended my new hobby, being dancing folklorico, into my high school years too. In all honesty, school was not my priority. I became money hungry, bored, leading me to want to do more and want more. This then led me to be a chambalan for almost every 15th birthday party I knew of, and made me jump back and around to different friend groups as I continued to grow up in my high school years. This then led on to my first job at age 15, which I quit 6 months later, and which I now continue the school and work life, even though I never lasted in a job longer than 7 months. But before I knew it, it was my senior year of high school. This was when it all really began. I was and did graduate high school with my associates in mathematics, but when I began my senior year, I realized I was chasing the false passion I created of wanting to be an engineer, in which I quickly jumped on my feet and started taking advantage of what I wanted to do most, which is being a reporter and an influence on social media. I joined the video production team, in which I gained a lot of experience in, and made me realize which I truly wanted, led to a major change. But I was doing what I wanted now, so I was happy in the moment. The excitement of graduation was cut short due to the pandemic, but that long break did not stop me from wanting to put myself out there. I was posting on social media daily, trying to be the positive one out of all the negative in the world in the moment. Weeks later, I was contacted by a production company to purchase rights to one of my TikTok videos, as they were campaigning a commercial for high school graduates. Everything changed. From there, the trust my family had in me was earned even more, because they realized my dream job could lead to something much bigger. I am happy to end my high school chapter by somewhat understanding what I wanted in life, but what drained my energy most were my side jobs. It's like living 3 lives: school, work, and family.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out.
Chapter 4: Adulting and College Life. College isn't easy for anyone, especially when maintaining a job and good grades. I set myself up for failure. I was a full-time student taking 5 classes and working well over 40 hours a week, and making videos to continue my dream of wanting to have a sort of influence in the world of social media. Like I said in the beginning, everyone learns through their mistakes, right? Which you just have to go through the hell and back of it to really learn from those mistakes. I most recently decided to put my happiness first. I realized after 2 years in college, I kept overworking myself to dismiss the fact that I was never really happy. Although I always made it seem like I was, I truly wasn't. What led me to the point was burning myself out and not putting my mental health first. I would blame their anxiety and their mental health for not being happy and unable to get up from bed. I learned that that was all true as I went through it all too. My breaking point to seeking this happiness within myself was my 2021 summer vacation I took with my brother and sister. After we went to all the places I've ever dreamed of, I did not enjoy any of it. Am I the problem? I made 9 videos recording every single thing we did. Yes, on the videos I may have seemed happy, but off camera, I wasn't. My siblings saw a side of me that they really didn't recognize. On our return from the trip, I decided to quit my job and focus my time on a new internship I had gotten related to my major. Super grateful to have had taken it until I wanted more money. I am an example that money doesn't buy happiness. I was working almost 70 hours a week, leaving me with no time to work on my personal life. I truly had the worst mental breakdown of my life. I cried every single day for 3 months because working and being on the road so late at night always made me feel lonely. I am grateful for the chance to have had juggled so many jobs at once and the experience that came with it. But I now initiate my path to finding the road of truly being happy within my own mind, body, and choices. I want to be the help to others that I didn't have. I am not dismissing the amazing people I am surrounded by, that did try to help me, but this is a road and a journey one must take on their own. Chapter 5: A New Decade. As I enter this new decade, being my 20s, I really want to continue my journey in life by being happy, which isn't impossible, but will take some working on. I wish I had a better way of knowing what is next for me, but I do know all this will take some time to process, and I am excited to begin being me, the real me that I lost within the hectic world I created for myself. Here's to turning 20. The end.